Hi guys, Marvin from Stream Chronicles, and today I'll be doing a full in-depth review on the Matrix Magnum vertical bench press. Why Magnum? Is it named after the ice cream, the private investigator from the 80s, or the condoms for black guys? Keep watching to find out.
Reload!
First things first, this gives you about 4 inches of extra range. Now, don't ask me how I know, but 4 inches does not fit Magnum. Anyway, for my review, I'll just be doing different positions, seat higher, seat lower. I'm going to be gripping into different spots, and I'm just going to be reviewing how it moves. So as you can see, my feet are flat. I'm doing this natural arc, which is the way the machine's going. And I believe my shoulder was clicking a little. So I just got into like a more arch back, and this actually feels really good, mimicking a close grip bench press. It's a neutral grip. Now the neutral grip and an arc, like it's not going to be specific to the bench press. It's strictly more for hypertrophy. But my shoulders didn't click in this position. I actually really like the movement. In this one, I'm doing more of a wide grip. I'm flaring my elbows. I'm stretching out my pecs. This one's more of a chest exercise. Again, it just feels a lot better to me. It puts my shoulders in a safer position when I'm, sticking the chest out and pinning the shoulder blades. I could do this for like a really high volume, get heaps of stimulus, and I'm not going to hurt myself. It's a bit like a guillotine press. I could probably lower the seat a little if I wanted to get, a little bit more stretch, but I did really like this one. Now I'm just going to demonstrate the versatility. So I've jacked the seat up. That's the position I was in. I'm going to switch grips, starting pretty low. It almost feels like a dip. I believe there's like a decline version of this, and it sort of does feel like a dip. It almost feels like you're pushing down. Now, this isn't a bad position. It does feel a little bit awkward. Again, it's probably not going to directly up my bench press, but it does stimulate through a new sort of range of motion because I'm going like right down to my belly button. I never do that with a barbell. I never do that with dumbbells. It sort of almost feels out of balance. You can't stack your joints when you're using gravity. It's really hard to do it that low, but you can, even though I'm not stacking the joints, I'm sort of pushing down. I like this movement. So for this next one, I've put the seat right down and I'm trying to hold the handles around the bottom. Now, this one, as you can see, like I'm finding it really sort of hard to arch my back and, start on a closer grip with my elbows tucked when I'm pushing outwards because like it's a lot higher than it was in the first set. I've gone back to I find this the most comfortable foot position. And if you arch your bench press, you probably find that the most comfortable foot position also. This was not great for my elbow joints or my shoulder joints. I probably felt a little bit more pain, a little bit more beat up than I did. Does that mean I should never do the movement? No.
Accept the pain. Smile at the pain. Embrace the pain. Pain is there to ask you one simple question. Do you really want to achieve your goals, or are you just a talker?
No, I just need to do it, slower and lighter. Look, I think it needs to add to my repertoire, even though it banged up my joints, There's a specific weight and a specific tempo that I can go at to help give me the hypertrophy stimulus I need to grow my tris and my chest. So to hit different ranges, different angles, sometimes you just need to jack up the seat. You don't need a new machine.
Inject those seat out, cuz!
Boom, I've jacked it right up. You might not be able to see it, but yeah, I'm leaning more forward than I was, and I'm getting like a full-on guillotine press. I'm even possibly stretching a bit lower than I would generally with like a barbell doing a guillotine press. I do really like this movement. Again, it's not one that, you can stack massive weight on. This is more like a finishing move or maybe a second last exercise. But if I had one of these at the gym I train at, I'd do it pretty regularly on chest day. You can stretch your pecs right out, get heaps of blood flow, get heaps of stimulus without getting injured.
I hope you got something out of the video. Like and subscribe to Strength Chronicles if you did. And yeah, I'll be back next week with another one.